and these young people growing it. And the governor said he pays from his pocket. And then in the auditor's general report, they said, no, actually, it is the county that is paying. That lack of clarity, because that's 6,000 workers, and they have not been paid for a long time, and they're out there. You know, and they're not on contract. Such issues need to be resolved, and that's why we've asked for that kind of audit. Yes, Ibrahim.
I'm just going back to your statement.
Yes.
You are sort of saying that it's a collaboration of all the leaders.
Yes.
But it sounds more of adversarial, where the governor is being sidelined. Is that how you want to go? Then secondly, how do you try to reach out to the governor? Is he the one frustrating and effort towards leaders?
Let me say this. As Honorable from Makadara Lado has said, all of us were elected to play different roles. You know, we can decide to all play our role separately, but for the benefit of the people of Nairobi, our unity is important. For this forum, many counties, for instance, if you go to Kakamega County, the governor and the MPs and the women, they sit down and they say, okay, what are you doing in your constituency? This is what the county government is doing. Why don't you do this project? Why don't you collaborate on this, etc.? It is not for our interest. So it is not adversarial. It is what must be done in Nairobi. And we're talking about the office of the governor. It has an individual now. It had one before. There will be another tomorrow. Nairobians will remain in Nairobi. So for us, we're not interested in those side shows. What we want is a forum. And we even said we can host the forum ourselves. Yeah, we can host that forum, but it will be every month. We sit down and say, okay, this is the progress on these projects in this county. This is what the county assembly has passed as a budget. This is how it is being implemented. But when leaders want to work alone, Alado, the mayor, is telling you, you cannot operate city hall without teamwork. You must work together. So we're inviting him, yeah, as a brother. He's been with us in this house. He was in the Senate. When some of us were in the National Assembly, he is an elected leader in Nairobi. We all got the same number of votes. He had 800,000, I had 800,000. But we are saying the people of Nairobi must come first. And that is why we're working together. Some people here last week, 2 weeks ago, they were fighting in Kibra. But because of the people of Nairobi, they are together. Because we know there's politics and there is work. And it is time for work until Ukombele, 2022.
And you see, there are promises that we made jointly during the campaigns. If you come to Langata, there are markets that we promised water. But right now, what we see is just people planting grass. So we don't know where it changed. So we just need to remind each other that apart from planting grass and doing other things, we need to do the markets, we need to do the water, we need to do the roads that we promised each other during the campaigns.
Yeah.
Thank you. Saying that you need to work together as leaders, but the governor has been working as if he can do it alone. How easy is it going to be to convince him that we actually need to work together as leaders?
Well, I think we have made our position clear on the need for all of us to work together. But there are many ways to skin a cat. For those who are interested in skinning cats, there are many ways of doing it. We will make sure that Nairobians benefit at the end of the day. The county government is an institution; it's not an individual. We have the national government. There are certain things that will collaborate, and we thank the president for the Nairobi regeneration. At some point, it was doing a lot of good work. If you go to Eastlands, a lot of the roads that were done by regeneration and parts of Nairobi, but you know, once they are done, then you see a board saying that this was the MCA and the county government and the governor, you know. So if it was not for that, because vile wamefanya wametufichia uchi kidogo, national government wametufichia uchi Nairobi kidogo, but that is not enough. 56 billion shillings later, we deserve something.
And I think, Senator, also it is important to note that we are actually not interested in putting our names in those boards. If a market is in Karen, the governor can put his big board. We don't really care.
But let it be done.
But let it be done. We want water. He can put his name in every tap. But we want water in Langata. That's what we want.
Yes, exactly. I mean, Rosalie.
Nairobi is a unique council. And we've been seeing issues coming out in Nairobi. We've seen PSCP has been after the governor, the executive, and senior officers.
Yes.
Now, the law says that one of the reasons that you can actually remove a governor from office is reading the constitution. And you say numerous times the issue of not having
a deputy
governor, and also the position of the executive. Now, he said that he needed a legal framework. He just said the president signed it.
A long time ago.
Yes. So what are you doing as leaders to ensure that there is sanity in Nairobi? Because this is the framework.
Thank you. And what you've said is very, very true. I wouldn't even have said it better. Nairobi is the face of Kenya. The first step towards ensuring that sanity is by us coming together, as you've seen us coming together. There is power when you come together and leaders build each other up. Number two, the issues raised. We ensured there was a legal framework, for instance, of how it is constituted, and if if that is not implemented, there are other avenues in this country. We have a constitution, and our constitution is not a set of suggestions. It is not a suggestion that you should have a deputy, or a suggestion that you should have 10 CCs. There's a reason why those roles need to be played in different capacities. So as it goes, we will, and even with the assembly members, we are going to meet all the MCs as MPs of Nairobi. We'll sit down with all the 122 125 MCAs that we have in Nairobi County, listen to them, because even they are suffering. Even they, when you see the side shows there, they don't like it. That's what they want, But they're reflecting the character of the administration. And that is a challenge. People are being assaulted physically. We're seeing tear gas every day in Nairobi. Businessmen are suffering in this county. Yeah, we had our traders having issues down there because they're being harassed by a counterfeit, etc. So it is time for leaders of Nairobi to stand up. And it is not that we've just woken up to that reality. In all truth, unlike other counties, we have given our governor 2 years to actually settle. He said that there had been corruption before, whatnot. That excuse is now over. You cannot keep blaming Kidero now. He has formed his government. There's no more excuses. So now we want to see real action, real fast. And it starts with the filling those positions. Yes. Marahaba. Big minds discuss issues and ideas. Small minds discuss personalities. Siwezi anza ati nilimtumia SMS jana, alafu akanitumia flash, hapana. We are talking about institutions. The office of the senator is an institution. The office of a member of parliament is an institution. The office of the governor is an institution. In fact, on many things, including monies owed to Nairobi, my office has written to the county saying, can you give us a compendium of issues that you need your senator to fight for you with the national government? No response. So how then am I supposed to work as well as a senator? So let's work as institutions. Let's not go into personality issues. Finally,
this proposal,
yeah.
And I know probably you had it because it has come to the Senate.
Yeah.
And you, using your words, umesema the national government imesaidia Nairobi kuficha nchi.
Kabisa.
Is it not time then that we said we make Nairobi part of the national government? Has been proposed before? It has been proposed.
Senator Chiril proposed it. I think Senator Kembe Gitura proposed it at one time. Devolution is the biggest gift this country has received. Yeah, it is the highlight of our constitution. If you look at the last census, Nairobi makes up 10% of Kenyans. It cannot be that 10% of Kenyans are then denied that biggest gift in our constitution because of the failings of one or two individuals. We will get it right, and Nairobi must be able to get it right. In fact, there have been some benefits, and I'm not saying that they've done nothing good. There's some things which devolution has helped in our city since the first term from 2013 to date. There are places that are working, but the places which are not working, unfortunately, are more when you put that scale. So Nairobi will remain as a county, and in fact, if anybody brings such a proposal to Parliament, I can assure you it will fail in the National Assembly, and it will be buried in the Senate. So we cannot have such a proposal. Nairobi must remain as a county. And the failing of one or two individuals will not make us draw back on devolution.
The last one, as the leadership of Nairobi, are you concerned about the continuous investigation by EACC, back and forth with the governor, all the issues?
First of all, we believe in the institutions that we have, the DCI, the EACC, and we believe in the presumption of innocence. Let them do their work. We would not like to interfere. We don't know the content, but let them do their work expeditiously. We don't want it to go on for too long. We want people to get to work. So let them do their work. When they tell us someone is guilty or not, they'll go to court. We have what we call a presumption. Presumption of innocence until guilt is proven. But for now, we can see the real test is in the pudding. We can see what is going on. Asanteni. He will revert to us, I assure you.
You revert even today. When Nana anatumia